Onwards to our next mission. After apparently repurchasing some of the things I bought last time, that's certainly annoying. It's fairly easy to guess the dogs we're going to be killing walk on two legs, and we're apparently going to be killing them in a temple. It's really going to be a little difficult to feel like there's any actual mission variety, but I'm pretty sure that's partly my fault since I tend to treat every mission as a kill everyone mission. The game designers certainly did what they could to try to make things more interesting.
越後屋の取引相手は小川原の国の役人であった。小川原はこのところみだりに戦に興じている国である。その戦ぶりは凄まじく、今や片時も目を離せぬ状態である。だが足元を救われては元も子もない。内事のために働くもまた任務の一つである。
And by keep the peace, you mean put a number of people into the ground.
こいつは大きい仕事だ。
Oh, no, to me, it's just another average day around here. And I'm sure I'll forget all about you and your goons once I'm done with the specific mission you show up in. Hell, we near instantly slaughtered two of them with a little... Well, the perimeter is certainly quite the death zone for these poor bastards, that's for sure. It doesn't matter what area in the game you're talking about. If there's a wall near someone, then they aren't long for this world. Part of me wants to ask why a temple would have trapdoors, but I suppose the only answer that matters is that it's an inconvenience for the player. Anyway, seems that someone noticed one of the bodies. Not that it made them all that much more cautious, it just made them more annoying to get to within those few seconds. Okay, we've got some slightly out-of-sync patrols out here. So long as nobody notices this body before we take care of the next man, we should be fine. How the hell did that guy not notice us standing just behind those railings? Our head and shoulders should have been plainly visible. And what is with those railings being so short anyway? Because outside of stopping toddlers from falling over the rather short edge, I don't think they serve any actual purpose, though I suppose they do look nice. Oh, that was close. Less than a second before we'd have to take that guy on in an actual fight. I probably said it before and I'll say it again. Killing dogs in this game makes me feel like an ass. They're just far too capable of smelling us out regardless of if we've got blood on us, unfortunately, so can't really ignore them. Yeah, taking one right out after the other feels pretty satisfying. Again, it feels like we should have been spotted there. I may be getting high grades for stealth in this game as a whole, but that's just because these guys must still be working with the same visual range as they would have had in the PS1 games. The draw distance back then was significantly shorter than the range we've been given to see our enemies from on the Xbox 360 installment of the series. Huh. Guess there's gonna be a few survivors in the temple since I killed that bastard thinking he was just another regular guard.
何が目的で
それはこっちが聞きたい。
待て越後屋の野郎が街の中派手に暴れ回りゃ好きなだけ獅子をやるって話だ
Shishi? Not too sure what that translates to. No clue why the subtitles didn't translate it for us. The literal translation seems to be something like lion dogs? That doesn't feel right. Anyway, we're once again seeing how bad an idea it is for this game to zoom in on people's faces. I swear, if you're gonna make the faces of the sprites completely immobile, then don't draw so much attention to that with the camera work. I could maybe understand not updating the enemy AI from one console generation to the next, but they took the time to use various camera angles for the in-engine cutscenes. They had to have noticed that the cutscenes look bad even compared to the PS2 generation games. Anyway, on to our next assassination mission. So apparently Shishi means something different than what I thought it did when I did that quick Google search. We're fighting a feudal war on drugs then, huh? Well, so long as foreigners aren't profiting from these drugs, we should do better than the Chinese did in the Opium Wars. So we're killing a second Echigoya in the same game. Bloody hell. You'd think that family would learn not to test their luck when it comes to the Azuma ninjas. He's also the kind of business that tends to get some rather bloodthirsty attention from your government. And great, dealing with drug dealers in feudal Japan reminds me of that odd Batman time travel movie. I wouldn't really call Batman Ninja terrible. The animation was great, the fights crisp and fun to watch, but the storytelling was absolute crap, to the point I was wondering why they bothered to make the damn movie. It also has the odd distinction of being the only Batman movie that I'd say I prefer to watch with Japanese audio and English subtitles. Having to take a moment to read the dialogue makes it easier for me to withhold my groans of annoyance at the bad storytelling. I don't know who was dumber there, me for not noticing that guy sooner, or him for not realizing that girl rolling around was a frickin' intruder. Ah well, his stupidity means we stay undetected a little longer, and that means more easy kills for us for now. Definitely a lot of easy kills through the game. Hell, in all the Tenchu games, we're encouraged to avoid getting into direct confrontations, which of course makes the moments where we have no choice but to fight against bosses all the more frustrating. I wonder how many missions we're gonna have to go through before we have to fight our first genuine boss. I know important mission-ending targets are registered as bosses for the end of mission score screen, but since we can sneak up on them just like all the grunts, it doesn't really feel right to call them bosses. But maybe I'm just being too strict with the term. Guess it's time to go inside. Definitely more of a pain in the ass for me to deal with enemies when I don't have the high ground. Okay, how did I not notice the second guy in the same damn room? Anyway, I'm certainly noticing a pattern around here. I seem to get noticed approximately once per mission. I suppose the only real question at the moment is, will this moment of us being noticed be the reason we finally stop getting a Ninja 5 rating at the end of missions? Or is this game more forgiving than I anticipated? Right, 2 enemies dealt with in a direct way. Not exactly a clash of legends here. Oh, we didn't deserve that. That was just the hitboxes being out of the enemy's favor. The poor bastard. How the hell did I miss someone just outside of the walls before now? I may not be an especially systematic person, but I would have expected to have killed the guys near the walls before trying to deal with the ones indoors. Okay, so the final person we have to deal with in this mission doesn't register with our sensor thing. That would have been nice to know earlier on.
旦那様からことづてを預かっておりまして、急な要件でそちらには行けなくなってしまったんで、申し訳ない。
Guess he figured out that Goda's ninjas are onto him and he wants to avoid the same fate as several family members.
小玉荘はどうした？
それがその。
Right. Of course this throwaway goon is the type to punish the messenger. Oh, how I wish our so-called partner actually contributed to things when we're actually on the job instead of just showing up in cutscenes. Hell, I can barely find it in me to give a damn about the player character around here, much less the person we're supposed to be getting help from, and we created both of these characters. You'd think that would be enough to make them more likable or something. New clothing, new items, same lack of care from me. Anyway, we should be able to fit in one more mission before ending this clip. Interesting to learn that the drug turns people into living corpses, but I'd prefer to have seen some of the drug addicts at some point to hammer it home instead of having it told to us. Hell, the first Max Payne game showed how the various people affected by Valkyr acted, and it helped build up that drug as being something creepy that we wanted off the streets, as if the fact that the main character lost his wife and kid to those drug addicts wasn't motivation enough. Bloody hell. I should focus more on the game we're currently LPing right now, not one that I LP'd years ago.
小川原に口実を与えるのも得策ではない。その住職の名は林絶。僧侶の身でありながらの暴挙。その命でしか償うことはできない。
Oh goody, a monk that loves to molest women. For some reason now I'm remembering the character Miroku from the Inuyasha series. The guy just constantly groped women and asked them to bear his child. Repeatedly, it was a running gag. And that was one of the things that drove me away from that series. Even if the world building was interesting and I was very much eager to see the main villain get slaughtered after all the heinous things he'd done. Unfortunately, the status quo just kept staying steady for too damn long in my opinion, with little to no hope of things changing for the better at the time I stopped reading the manga. That's right, I thought the pacing in the manga was too damn long, which made the pacing of the anime, with various moments of outright filler, even more excruciating. and the long length of it all made some of the things that I might have been able to ignore just get steadily more and more unbearable for me. The fact that Moroku was a perverted priest that we were supposed to feel was endearing. The love triangle between a dead woman, a half-demon, and a dead woman's reincarnation. The main villain constantly escaping. The lack of much being done with two of the other primary characters. Ugh. Okay, seems we're certainly making the guards around here start to realize they're mortal. Doesn't change the fact that the poor bastards don't have much of a chance against us. And I'm pretty sure our overall number of kills is starting to get somewhere around 100 at this point. Not that I've been adding up all the kills from all the missions that have led us up to this point in the game. All I can say for sure is that we're in the 11th mission in the game, since I count the tutorial mission as one of our jobs. And we have had a number of kills across all of our missions so far. Definitely a good idea to take care of the guys outside before we enter that building. Okay, definitely not gonna get a Ninja 5 rating on this mission, considering how many times we've been spotted. Just why the hell do I feel pleased about that, when that's a sign that we're not doing a good job on this mission compared to the others so far? Huh. Bit awkward that there's still men at the front gate. But then it's not like we started this one off from the front gate. We started at a pretty random location. Right, I'm assuming now the only one left is the monk we're here to kill. And that takes care of the perverted monk. We're still getting Ninja 5? Just how badly do I have to fuck up to get a lower score?